Hi, everyone. I'm Pastor Ken, New Ipswich Congregational Church, and this is Reading Wednesday, where every Wednesday I come on here and I read you a story. Maybe a story someone sent to me or gave to me or recommended that I read to you. It may be a story that you liked and you sent it to me, or a story you asked me to read to you. Okay, so today we're going to read a story by Rudyard Kipling. You may not have heard of him, but he was a very famous author. He was an English journalist, is what we call him. And he wrote this story, How the Rhinoceros Got Its Skin. That's the story we're going to be reading today. But he also wrote another book that I hope you'll read when you get older called Rikki Tikki Tavi. It's about a mongoose who protects a family from a very bad cobra snake that's going to do them some harm. But he also wrote another story that you should know, that you may remember. You have probably seen it on TV, called The Jungle Book. He was the author of the book called The Jungle Book, if you've ever seen that one. So hang on, get ready. We're going to spin you around so you can see the book while I read it, okay? And let's see. Here we go. Hang on. Okay, first, that is Rudyard Kipling. That's a picture of the guy who wrote our book today. And here is his book called How the Rhinoceros Got Its Skin. Let's see if we can get this to where you can see the book while I'm reading it, okay? Let's see how this goes. All right, I think we're good right there. What do you think? How the Rhino Got Its Skin by Rudyard Kipling, retold by Rosie Dickens, illustrated by John Joven. Once upon a time, all rhinoceros had horns on their noses, little piggy eyes, and tight, smooth skin. Their skin fastened underneath with 3 buttons, just like the buttons on a coat. One rhinoceros in particular was very big and very rude. He had no manners then, and he has no manners now. Oh, look, he's kicking the sand all over them poor little monkeys, huh? One day, this rude rhinoceros smelled something sweet, something tasty, something that made him lick his lips. It was cake. The rhinoceros ran at the cake, and he spiked that cake on the horn of his nose. Then he galloped away and gobbled it up. The cake maker muttered and tutted. "Them that takes cakes makes dreadful mistakes," he said, and he began to collect the crumbs. A few weeks later, there was a heat wave. The sun beat down, and it got hotter and hotter and hotter. The sea looked cool and blue and inviting. "Time for a swim," thought the rhinoceros. He waddled into the water, leaving his skin on the beach. Splish, splosh. While the rhinoceros blew bubbles and made water spouts, the man took that skin and he shook that skin and he filled it with old, dry, crusty cake crumbs. Oh no. Then the rhinoceros put his skin back on. It itched and tickled from all the crumbs. Ah! When the rhinoceros tried to scratch, it itched and tickled even more. He rolled and rolled down sandy dunes. Grrr. He rubbed and rubbed against jagged rocks. He tugged and his skin stretched. But whatever he did, those cake crumbs itched and they tickled. Then disaster. Ping, ping, ping. He tugged so terribly his buttons popped off. "Oh no," he wailed. "Now I can't take my skin off." And still those cake crumbs itched and scratched and tickled him. From that day to this, the rhinoceros has had very baggy, saggy skin and a very bad temper, all on account of those crusty old cake crumbs. But he never stole a cake again. The end. How the Rhino Got His Skin is from the book Just So Stories by Rudyard Kipling, which tells stories of how animals came to be the way they are. All right, I hope you enjoyed our story for today. And if you liked it, send me a message or draw me a picture or let me know somehow. I'll put your name in for the drawing. You can win the book and then you can own it and read it whenever you want. Okay, God bless. We love you. We hope to see you soon. Goodbye.